Hi, friends. Welcome to another episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly, I cannot see you at all because Lila is blocking everything on my screen. But Siri, what are you drinking today?
Water.
Good job. I have Chardonnay and water.
I was gonna say it's not even 5 yet. I was like, it is. It
It
is.
is. Yeah, I was gonna finish my water because I'm finishing my second Stanley of the day. Um,
I'm sorry. What?
yeah,
Okay. Do you drink 80 ounces of water in a day?
that's less than I used to before I started this medication.
Okay, if you're drinking 2 Stanleys a day, that is literally 5 pounds of water.
Ew. Great. Um, anyway, but I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and get myself some wine because I'll finish that before we finish the podcast.
Sorry, now I just keep thinking, like, one whole thing of these, this is 2.5 pounds of water.
Great. Love that for me.
You do have like a very high, what is the word for it? It's not
I have
like
a high
tolerance.
I have a high liquid need.
Yeah, you have a high liquid need. There we go. And like you can like handle it. Like when we
Yeah.
go to Swig and you have like 7 drinks and I have like one and I have to pee 10 minutes later.
Yeah, I have like an industrial bladder for such a small person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. It has changed. That's another thing that's changed since I've started this medication. Because I feel like I used to drink more water
It
and now
just
I
feels
don't.
insane.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, how's your life since I saw you yesterday?
Um, well, I went to work and then I worked and then I came home. So pretty thrilling, lots of changes.
Nice. Yeah. Today I had a fitting at 4, which is like so late in the day for a fitting. Um, but anyway, so I had some like content stuff that I was gonna get done during the day. But when I woke up this morning, I woke up to this like horrendously loud construction happening right in front of my house. So Siri was over last night with some of our other friends. We had like a little girls' night. And then when Siri left, she texted me and was like, "Hey, just so you know, there's a sign like right in front of your house that says your car needs to be moved by 8 a.m. because there's going to be road work tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay." So we went and played musical cars and got all the cars in the driveway. Um, yeah, and so like I knew it was happening, but no, literally on the whole street, the only place they were working was directly in front of my house. I have no idea what they did, but I know for a while they had like a jackhammer out there because I could hear it. And then also every time I could hear it, the like floor of the house would like vibrate.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh. So I couldn't really film during that because every time it would get quiet, I'd be like, okay, maybe I can start. No. But the sign said they'd be done by 4, and I was like, well, they better be done by 4 because I had to leave at 4 to go to my fitting. And they had this giant truck blocking my driveway.
Gosh.
And but they finished around 2, so that was nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I still was able to get everything done. But man, that was unexpected and annoying.
Uh, yeah.
And like poor Lila, because when the floor would shake, she would like freak out. And so
Yeah.
she just like went and like stood on my giant squishmallow. She didn't lay down, she just stood there.
She's like, I am scared.
Yes. Because like even on the bed, she like tried to be on the bed for a while, but like it would shake too. But I think that Squishmallow was just big enough that maybe it was a little less, but she still wouldn't lay down. She was like, I'm not relaxed at all. Do not be fooled.
Gosh.
And Winston this morning, because it started like almost immediately after I woke up. And Winston was like standing on my lap, like looking up at the ceiling, like, what is that? Because, the
Yeah.
whole house was like shaking. Yeah, it was a fun time.
Mm. A marvelous Thursday.
Yeah,
Today felt like a Friday to me.
same.
It just like sucks that it wasn't, but
Yeah. Well, tomorrow is.
yep. Yep. And then I have spring break.
Yay, I don't.
Well, you don't work full time.
Well, I work full time. I just don't have a job that requires me to leave the house full time.
It's a little different. Like you can have like a random day off every week or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Or a lighter day at least.
Mhm. But
What days is it that you're going in next week?
Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm hoping it'll time out where we can like have some days during the week. Because we only get to hang out on weekends during the school time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to Disney on Wednesday.
Yeah. I
So
know I'm working on a movie on Monday, but so far that's all I know.
nice. Nice. Make that money.
Yeah. The insurance days.
Yes.
At
Yeah,
this
that too.
point, money comes second.
Yeah, you're like, I need to qualify for health insurance. Honestly, like really just sucks that you don't just get it. Like that's one of those things with like the union that I don't understand why they don't just
Yeah.
let that be a thing. I guess on one hand, there are people like me who are union who like don't
Yeah.
work. So like why would you offer help? Like then everyone would just join for the health insurance.
I know
But
there
that's not a
was,
bad thing.
no, I know there was like a proposition or something a year or two ago that was like, what if every member had the option for healthcare, but like if you worked the days, you had like a lower premium?
Yeah, like that
Like,
would
I
be
thought
better.
that sounded like a great plan.
Because like I wouldn't need the health insurance. So there are probably
Exactly.
other people like me who wouldn't need it. So it wouldn't cost.
But if somebody had like Sarah has like an office job, but I don't think she gets benefits from it.
Oh yes, if she could get benefits from the union like that, I
Exactly.
don't know, that just feels like a very uniony thing.
Yeah. Or like the people who are SAG, who work at my other job. Like my other job technically has insurance, but only like 8 people there qualify for it. Because again, it's so dumb. But like a lot of people there are union, and I'm like, well, they're technically working full time. They just like it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. A lot of jobs that actors have don't offer benefits, and so I think it would just make sense if SAG helped us out a little bit. But whatever. Instead of making it easier, they like to make it harder every year.
Yeah.
It's like
Just
this year, it's 106 days that you need.
there are just some things that are kind of backwards.
Agreed.
Oh my gosh, I need to send you this picture. That's just um so I work at a school, in case you didn't know. Anyway, so some of my students from last semester have been popping in more frequently to like say hello and like touch base because they're seniors and so they're kind of gearing up to graduate, and I don't know, just kind of it's fun when they pop in to chat when it's a week like this where it's finals week and everything's kind of been a little all over the place. But anyway, I sent Allison this picture from last semester. It's one of the students, like he came up and sat and put his laptop there, and he's just like, "Can I take a picture of this?" Like yeah,
Oh,
and
amazing.
it's so funny. He's like sitting crisscross applesauce, like on the floor, looking at his computer screen.
He's sitting like a kindergartner. It's so cute.
Yeah, and I'm in my little desk chair with my water bottle, sunglasses still on my head.
Yeah,
I don't even think I'm wearing makeup in this picture, like hilarious.
amazing.
But anyway, so funny.
Good.
I was like, airdrop that to me. And he doesn't have an iPhone, so his friend had to airdrop it to me because I was like, I'm
Even
sorry, like
better.
I'm not going to share a phone
No,
number with a student.
no, that sounds like a bad plan.
Like some teachers do, like coaches and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's just that's one of those weird
Yeah,
things where I'm like, no, thank you. Like if we
yeah,
need to communicate, I'll find some better
a better
way that could
way.
also loop in, like also like we have a learning management system at school, so why don't I just make like a group or like a Google Classroom or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. Just when it's a school setting like that,
yeah,
I don't love the exchanging of phone numbers.
yeah, that makes
Weird.
sense.
So anyway, it was airdropped to me, and then I just sent it to Allison because it's funny.
Good. It is funny. I like it.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the last day before spring break, so my kids are gonna be crazy.
And yeah, well,
Everyone's ready for a break, me included.
yes, and that feels fine.
Yes. We also went to Disney on Sunday.
Yes, we did. We had a very busy Sunday. Well, a busy weekend because on Saturday I went to Palm Springs for George's birthday, which was very fun. And then Sunday we went to Disney in the morning. And then we had Anne Marie's comedy show that night. And we left Disney early enough that we thought we had enough time to go to the new Dutch Bros in Orange County. Um, we did not really like it was fine. It worked out, but apparently you need more than 2 hours to go to Dutch Bros.
Yeah, we were in the drive-through line for an hour, like
Almost
straight up an
exactly an
hour.
hour. Yeah.
Like it was excessively long. They're
Yeah.
building another one not that far from that location, I think just because it's already so
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah. I think that'll help, or I hope
Mhm.
it'll help. But yeah. And then also, I think we would have been out of there like 5 minutes faster. But when we finally got up to the window, they had like lost our order.
I know, and then they had to remake it. But then the thing was, we thought, like, I just thought when they asked what we ordered that they were like trying to make sure they gave us the right thing,
Yeah, like
that
trying
it
to
had
find
like
what
that it
order
had been
went with what
made.
car. Yeah.
But they actually were trying, they had to make it over again. But we didn't tell them like all of the modifications we had done, which we didn't do a lot of mods. It was like just not using real
We
dairy milk.
swapped milks. Yeah.
And so they gave me mine, and I was just like, oh, this is coconut milk, right? And they were like,
No.
no. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
So
sorry.
they had to take it
And
back.
they took it back and then they remade it, but they remade it fast. And then the thing I got was absolutely disgusting, like atrociously disgusting.
Yeah, you didn't even drink it.
No, it was so bad. Like there's a certain flavor of bad coffee drinks that like you can like muscle through and it's not a big deal. No, it was like so bad. So I don't
Great.
know. I should not have tried something new. It had like popping boba with that was honey flavored, and I think that like did not help. But
Oh,
it tasted like watery coffee with no flavor, and then just these weird honey bursts.
ew.
It was really gross.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
I got, I don't even remember what it's called, the Annihilator or something like that, which I'm pretty sure is what I got before. And it was fine. It wasn't as good as I remembered it. And again, I think it's, well, for one, I ordered it with coconut milk and then they made it with regular milk. And for you, it's like an actual thing. Like you will have a reaction. For me, it's just a preference. So I was like, it's fine. We need to leave.
Yeah.
Um, so it definitely would have tasted more to my liking without the dairy of it all, but it was fine. I didn't finish it because I listen. We got at like 5 p.m. on a Sunday, we got from Orange County to North Hollywood in 35 minutes. I did many illegals, but we got there.
Oh
So I was
goodness.
like too stressed. Like apparently Justinia texted me and asked me like a pretty pertinent question about the event. And I didn't even notice that she had texted me until we got there and I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I didn't finish my coffee because I was too busy stress driving.
Yeah. I remember liking Dutch Bros when we went to the one in Arizona or whatever,
Yeah, we loved that one.
but at the same time, like the one we went to, again, we waited in the drive-through line for an hour. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was a dumb hour. Like they were very smart with how they had the lines
Yeah. No, they
organized.
were hustling for sure.
So I think it was just the nature of the beast. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't going to be great because it
Yeah.
was so busy.
I also think that because it's a newer location, they
Yeah.
probably haven't had as much practice or as much, training opportunities.
Yeah.
And also, that's like the first Dutch Bros, I think, in Southern California,
Well,
I think.
isn't there one in like Lancaster?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Just kidding. The first one in Orange County. I knew it was the first one something. Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, it was, I think it's just new for everyone.
I'm like looking. Wait a minute. There's one in like Covina. How
Oh,
come, how come the Long Beach one didn't even, there we go. Dude, that wasn't even in Long Beach. That was like, okay. So we were honestly closer to Huntington Beach. Wow. Wow. We really, okay. Yeah. So the Dutch Bros that we went to was closer to like Costa Mesa and Huntington Beach. There's one in Covina. And then let me see. Where were these other ones? Um, there are a ton. There's one in like Palmdale, and like three. There are like four up there. One in Palmdale, two right in Lancaster, and one a little bit further west in
nice.
East Lancaster. So Lancaster, Palmdale has four,
Well, that's not fair.
right?
The valley has zero.
Yeah, we don't have any in the valley. Rude.
Maybe they'll put one out here next. So maybe they're growing towards LA.
I'm like looking at what all the coffee shops are. There's a coffee shop I really want to try called Black Heart Coffee Co. I just need to like
That
find a
sounds
time
really
to go to it.
familiar. Did you send me a Instagram about it?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
I'd believe
Yeah.
it. It's
There's
cute.
also, I think I sent you one. It's in San Diego, but it's the one that's like all
Oh, the
pink.
pink. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much in San Diego that I want to do because that's where the carousel bar is there too.
Hmm.
It's called like Wolfie's Carousel or something, but it looks so pretty.
Yeah, I've
Like
never been to San Diego.
I've only been once and it was a long time ago. I really like the zoo there.
The zoo's apparently like $100 to go to for the day. It's like really expensive.
Wow. I think because when I went, my mom went with me. I think we found a Groupon. That's crazy. I mean, it's like a nice zoo, but wow.
Oh, I found the name of the thing I ordered. Poppin' Boba Vanilla Freeze. Blended vanilla coffee with vanilla honey boba. I'm like, no, it tasted like watery coffee with no flavor.
Okay, the 1 day pass for an adult is $72.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's a lot of money to go to a
Oh, you can
zoo.
go on value days for $68.
Oh my gosh. It's still a lot of money to go to a zoo.
It is. It is.
Amy, why are you whining at me?
I know for a while Rochelle had like an annual pass to that zoo.
Oh, because I have koalas.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, if you click on the membership, it doesn't have just like an oversight, an overview thing.
Mocha.
The San Diego resident, you can get a pass for $99.
Oh,
We're not San Diego residents.
no.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there's obviously different levels. Why is there not fine? Okay, the cheapest pass we could get. Well, that's still if you want to go on weekdays. Never mind, that's silly. I'll just look on Groupon whenever we actually are going to be going to San Diego.
Which I don't think is in an actual plan.
No, it's just something I think about occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you know what we should do next week if we can do a day? We should go to the poppy field.
Oh, are they already blooming and stuff?
Yeah. Because
Hmm.
remember when I looked, it said end of March to May.
Yeah, I guess that's next week, end of
It's end
March.
of March.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah. Might be less busy too during the week than on the weekend.
Although it is spring break, so
Well, but not for everyone.
LAUSD.
I still don't think it would be as busy as on the weekend.
Oh, yeah. All the animals.
They're just living their best little lives.
Mocha's been really barky lately.
She has a lot of feelings and she wants to make sure you know she has a lot of feelings. Yeah. I'm painting my nails. The other day, oh my gosh. So, the other day, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah. I had so much to do, but like one of the most pressing things that needed to be done was laundry. I think I had between 6 to 8 loads I needed to do that day. And so I got up, I like put my first load in, and then I put that in the dryer, put my towels in the washer, and then when I put my towels in the dryer, I like put them in and then was like running around cleaning, doing other things. I also had like 6 like videos I had to do that day, which is a big number. Normally in a day I can do like 3. So it was already going to be a stressful day just because of the amount of things I had to do. Um, so I put my towels in the dryer and then I'm like running around doing other things, trying to work while simultaneously doing stuff around the house. And then all of a sudden I smell something and it kind of smells like burning rubber. And I was like, well, that's not good. So I follow it with my nose. I sniff it out, if you will. And I wind up in the laundry room and I turn the light on in there and I realize there's a fair amount of smoke. And my dryer has stopped turning. And I was like, well, that must be it. So I turned it off. I like Google and find like a little reset thing and I do that. It doesn't work. Um, like my dryer just won't turn. And I was like, well, that's not good. So I call a repair people, um, and they were able to get someone out later in the afternoon. And so then, and while I was waiting for the repair guy, instead of working and doing things and were on my list already, I was getting all my stuff out of the laundry room and like moving the drying rack and all of that stuff so that he could get in there. Um, and then he got there and like I explained what was going on and he was like, okay. And he was like, I have a feeling I know what it is, but I'm gonna like check. And I was like, okay. And so he spins it around, takes the back of the dryer off, and he's like, yeah, this is what I thought it was. And he's like, do you see like this right here that's like burnt? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you see like all of that shit inside? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you see how long this exhaust tube is? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, so those are supposed to not be any longer than 4 feet. The one in my house is probably 10 feet. And you can tell, you can see where they've like had 3 to 4 feet tubes and like connected them together. Apparently, because that tube is so long, all of the stuff cannot be carried all the way outside because it's like not powerful enough to do that. So it was like collecting inside the dryer, and it's lint, which is highly flammable. And so it caught on fire. So there was smoke because there was a fire inside my dryer. And he said that I was very lucky because apparently that's the number one cause of house fires. Um, so he cleaned all of that out and then replaced a sensor and a couple other things that had to be replaced and like checked the tubing, made sure that was all good. And $400 later, my dryer works again. Um, and my kitchen, all of the shit that was inside the dryer wound up all over my laundry room and kitchen. Like there was a thick layer of lint dust on everything. So then I spent the next 3 hours after he left deep cleaning my laundry room and kitchen. Every single surface had to be wiped down. The knives in the knife block had to be cleaned. My dishes that were on my drying rack had to be re-washed. My countertops had to be like scrubbed. Even the little cooking utensils in my little utensil container, I had to wash all of those. Even like the apples and potatoes in my produce bowl. I had to wash the shit off of all of those. And like all the stuff on top of my fridge, I had to take the magnets off of my fridge and like wipe one down individually. And then I, with my Swiffer duster, had to dust the walls and the cabinets. And it was filthy. Like I put brand new little duster thingies on my Swiffer duster before I started. By the end of it, it was horrific. Like it was so bad. Um, anyway, it was really unfortunate and it took a long time and it was very stressful.
Is there a way to shorten that tubing? Like, did he shorten it at all for you?
He didn't. I think that it would have to be like honestly, I think it would have to be whoever owns the house would have to do it. Like if it were my house, I probably could do it because I would just take some of the tubes out and then, reconnect and make like I'd streamline it. Um, but I don't, I'm sure there is a way to shorten it. Because like you can
I'm
see where tubes
I'm sure that the landlord didn't actually put those in.
they might not have, but
Because she was really kind of weird about like, even though there was washer dryer hookup, she kind of didn't want there to be a washer and dryer. She was like, "Oh, the laundromat's just down the street." Do you remember
yeah,
that?
I do.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why, because they knew it was a fire hazard.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like also if it's your house and you're gonna advertise it as has laundry hookups, like fix that. Because also like you can see where those tubes are connected. So like I don't feel like it would be hard to shorten it. I don't know. Anyway, he told me to prevent it from happening in the future. Every year to year and a half, I should have someone come out and inspect it. And he was like, it'll only cost you like $150. And I was like, that's actually a lot.
Cheaper than a house fire
Cheaper than a house fire and cheaper than this
cheaper
$400
than
trip.
cheaper than new machines. And
Yeah. But like when you put it into like, oh, it's an extra $150 for my year. No, thank you. That's not, if I had an extra $150, that's still not how I would want to spend it. I was like, great, thank you so much.
like things like that that make me realize I actually don't think I ever want to own a home.
I definitely do, but I won't have 10 feet of dryer tubing.
But stuff just like goes wrong all the time and you like have to deal with it. Like if your hot water heater goes out, like that's 8 grand you're out.
Yeah,
Roofing, that stuff's like everything's so much more expensive.
yeah,
Like right now, if my washer and dryer were to have an issue, I would just send a note to maintenance. And you know what they would do? They would probably just come and either A, fix it or B, give me a new one.
yeah,
Like they have a stash and they would do all the labor.
yeah.
I would just have to make sure the dogs weren't in the way. Right, Mocha. Hot water doesn't work. Oh darn, call maintenance. I don't know, it's just becoming one of those things where I'm like, yeah, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Well, I still want to own a house because I want to have chickens and a greenhouse and like an actual yard
Yeah.
and more animals.
Do you think about that, Mocha?
My kitten fever is like so intense right now. And TikTok is not helping because I've been getting so many cat videos, like kitten and cat videos.
I'm
They're
like,
just so
what
cute.
would Lila do with like a kitten?
She'd be so jealous.
And like Winston, I think would actually probably be kind of confused with it, like a baby kitten.
I think Winston would be like, what the fuck is this? And then after like a day or so, he'd be like, all right, I guess I'm raising a kitten now.
Okay, how do you
Actually,
look
I
so
think Winston would
pretty
like it after like an
all of
initial
that?
shock, you know? I think
Yeah,
he would like it because he does enjoy having other cats in the house.
yeah.
I think
He,
Lila, it would take a while because she would be like horrified that I even thought of having anyone else.
they should bark at it.
Yeah. I think it would take her a while, but I think once she realized she could play with them, I think it would be fine.
Yeah,
Because right now she doesn't really have anyone that will play with her.
yeah, this is true.
And especially like a kitten, if it like,
Grew
as
up
long as,
around
she
her.
doesn't terrorize it, which I don't think she would because she'd be scared.
Yeah.
I feel like they could be friends.
Hello, Mocha Bean. Yes, baby. Oh my gosh. Hello.
The mochaccino.
Mm-hmm. I know, they're so cute. Oh, ow.
Good.
What are you doing, Mocha?
I really wanted to get Taco Bell on my way home, but I didn't.
I had burritos for dinner.
Wow, it's almost like we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I got like a package of frozen burritos at the grocery store outlet. So,
Ooh,
yeah, easy little
nice.
meals.
Frozen burritos with like hot sauce. Just,
That's what I did. I put hot sauce and sour cream.
I love that for you. I'm like salivating. I still have not eaten. So
Oh
as soon as
no.
we're done here, that's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to like podcast early because Anne Marie and I, last night after everyone left, we decided that tonight we're gonna watch Quiet on Set
Oh my gosh.
because she
Yes.
wants to watch it with me. And I've seen the first two episodes, but I told her I would watch them again because like,
One of my coworkers said she watched it with her husband last night and it made her think of me.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Because there's four episodes. So
Yeah.
like it's gonna be like a 4 hour endeavor.
I think, can you
Um,
watch it with Hulu right now?
it's on Max right now.
But do you have Max?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you have my Max password.
Probably.
I mean, you have all the other passwords, so you could effectively hack into
Probably
every
figure it
streaming
out.
service. Yeah. Did
I
you
don't
figure
know.
out the Disney Plus one?
Yeah, it was
The original?
the OG.
I don't remember who it was. It was either my mom or my brother, but one of them put like in our little chat, and the three of us have our own group chat, me, my mom, and my brother, that my dad is not in because he doesn't sign into anything. But someone put that they changed it back so that it would match the Hulu password, and I was like, that's funny.
Yes.
I vaguely remember it, and I'd completely
Yeah.
forgotten until you asked.
I know.
I
I
must have
just wanted to see
updated
what.
it. I must have updated it on mine because like I went to my phone to like try both and see which would work so that I could give you a definitive answer, but I was already logged in and I was like, well, I'm not gonna mess with it.
No, not worth it. It was fine. I figured it out. Um, yeah, I just wanted to see what movies were on Disney Plus because I want to be able to have like a movie on in the background tomorrow since
Mm,
tomorrow's a short day at school. That's just something I thought would be fun.
yeah,
One of my classes requested Cars.
I support that wholeheartedly.
Yes.
They can learn life skills and how valuable friendship is. If anyone asks for the educational value of cars, there you go.
Yep, why not? It'll be good.
I'm excited for
Ugh.
them.
I'm excited for Saturday.
Yeah. What are you doing on Saturday?
Well, I mean, it'll be spring break.
No, okay. That's fine. I was like, ooh, it's Saturday.
Nothing, literally nothing.
Great. Well,
Mhm.
Sunday we're going to see a play at the Pasadena Playhouse.
Oh yeah.
I'm very
What
excited
time?
for that.
What
We're
time
going to
is
the
it?
matinee, so I think it starts at 2.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe we could go to the Palm before we drive over there because I
Oh.
still have my reward. I haven't used it yet.
Do we want to try to eat lunch over there, or do we not want to be over there that early? What was our thought process?
We could either eat before or we could eat after because, like, by the time it's done, it'll be
Dinner.
dinner-y. So we
That's
could
fair.
probably
Actually,
get there
after would
before
probably
like
be
a
better
rush.
because
That's what I was thinking.
then I can eat whatever I want and deal with the consequences not in a theater.
You know what? That's preferable for everyone.
Yes, because that theater has really old bathrooms and there are like 3 stalls.
I still don't think I've ever used the bathroom in that theater.
They're not special.
I mean,
They're old and small,
all right.
and it's always old people in there waiting.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
I am excited to see the play because it has Lana Parrilla in it.
That's right. That'll be fun.
Yeah. I've like had a hard crush on her since high school. Like the Evil Queen is like one of my all-time favorite television characters.
Dude, watching Once Upon a Time again could be fun.
I've thought about it. I haven't watched it in a couple years. For a
Yeah.
while, I was watching it like every year, every other year.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, that could be a good one.
This was the first fall, kind of unrelated but related. This is the first fall that I didn't watch Gilmore Girls, but that was more because I was really, really busy and also don't have a TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I watched Gilmore Girls this fall either. My mom and I watched one episode. We watched one of the Christmas episodes
Oh,
when I was there in January, but that's like normal for us. They did a Gilmore Girls experience at the Warner Brother lot this
oh
last fall.
yeah.
And
I
if they do
wanted
it
to go.
again, I know, same. And it just like got away from me. It was over before I could act on it. But if they do it again this year, I think we should go because I think that'd be really fun. Because they had like
Yeah.
special merch for it too.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I haven't been to the Warner Brothers lot forever. I was figuring out today the Fosters I can watch on Disney Plus, but I think because it's Hulu.
Hmm. Yeah, Disney Plus and Hulu are in the process of like merging
Merging.
their catalogs.
Yes. So I was figuring out I've never watched the episodes that I was in.
Oh, that could
And
be
so
fun.
I figured out what the first episode was that I was in. And now I'm like, shoot, was it season 3 or season 4? One
Yeah.
of those.
The Fosters is also on my list to rewatch.
Just never watched it. But my friend Ellie sees me on it all the time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I don't think I ever watched the last season because by then I was living in LA and I was busy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
Anyway.
think that'll bring us to the end of this episode of Clearly Thriving. I'm Allison Clay,
And I'm Siri Harkins.
and we are thriving.
Clearly.
Clearly.